everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Chemical Angel and we're checking out Rafayel's Floral Promise. So this card from the Entwined Shadows multi-banner that's currently rerunning right now, and we're going to be revisiting this card because it's been 2 years since I checked this card out. And it says, I would think of it countless times, like a moment a butterfly touches the stamen of a flower. I think stamen or stamen, I'm not too sure. But yeah, they're like in this beautiful like garden. It looks so pretty. So yeah, revisiting this card. Let's see what we're going to be doing with Rafayel here. Lincoln City's 8th face painting contest is now in full swing. Our current matchup is me versus Rafayel. It's currently 8:30 p.m. We're about to enter the final round.
This will decide the winner. So, if you mix goose yellow and cyan, what do you get?
Whoa, his voice here. Why does this sound so weird? It'll still be cyan.
Wrong. It's flame algae green. I win.
Rafayel's vibrant color painted on his face triumphantly brandishes his paintbrush and approaches me. Okay, it does become green, but when it lands on the canvas, while he's not paying attention, I quickly pick up a paintbrush, dodge his arm, and pounce on him. It's cyan! Caught off guard by the sudden attack, Rafayel falls onto the floor.
You can't just change rules without saying anything.
He swiftly grabs my wrist, but he continues to struggle one last time. Rafayel! Stay still. Let me paint.
Fine. I won't move.
Oh, look at his little pouty face. As if succumbing to my authority, he immediately lets go and turns his face away. For a moment, I wonder if I'm seeing things, and out of the corner of my eye, something on his collarbone flashes. Currently, I'm lying down on Rafayel. The blue paint on my brush covers the splotch of goose yellow on the side of his face.
After analyzing over 20 underwater artifacts that were brought back from scientific expedition, the results conclude that lemurian's eyes were highly evolved. They can tell the difference between 300 million colors. Truly, the pursuit of romance and spirituality is in their nature.
Someone can see 300 million colors, yet he still dragged me into playing this game. I'm being bullied here.
Sure, but even with the ability to see a lot of colors, I still can't beat you. Some people are just so hard to bully.
He's so bratty here. I let go of the sore loser who's currently sighing and hand him a wet wipe. What kind of green is that flame algae thing you mentioned earlier? Its name is weird.
Please. It's the lightest shade of green coming from algae when an anglerfish swims past it.
Rafayel rubs his face, smudging 14 marks of defeat into a smear.
Also, I was the one who named it. Simple, yeah?
What about the other 2 shades? What are they called?
If I were to name 300 million colors, I'd get really tired. Only the colors I like get names.
Rafayel's finger touches my cheek, then gently wipes away a bit of paint that wasn't cleaned off properly.
You read.
I open his hand. Are you just casually using my name? Where's the payment for my copyright fee? If we were to say Rafayel, who obediently let me paint his face that day, was a graceful loser, then what he's been doing recently can be considered really weird. Rafayel, there's sticky rice cakes on the table. Feed. Before I can finish my sentence, a hand puts a chunk of sticky rice cake into my mouth. Me. You're just listening to me. Did you eat something bad recently? You're strangely docile. Rafayel remains unfazed and says nothing. He nonchalantly touches his collar as if trying to hide something. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to ask, what's that thing in the middle of your collarbone? Birthmark or tattoo? Oh, because this is her first time seeing the little red fish mark he has.
Have you ever seen a glowing birthmark? It's a mark unique to lemurians.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, aren't you getting a little bit too comfortable ordering me around?
I don't know. My mouth has a mind of its own. Raphael, I'm thirsty. I want my glass of water to be exactly 37.5 degrees Celsius. Please use your set of Astrodeck art themed mugs too. Thanks. Scowling, he leans in and pinches a corner of my mouth.
Excuse you. Names matter. You can't just, throw them around, you know.
Rubbing my cheek, I move closer and whisper in his ear. But I love throwing them around. Hey, Raphael, why don't we go bungee jumping tomorrow?
Take that back, you monster. N-O. No. Nuh-uh. Nope.
It's the weekend the next day, but the bustling streets have been filled with people since this morning. Raphael's sports car stops nicely at the intersection, and the car's roof moves back.
This red light is taking forever. Can't believe we need to wait here for 150 seconds.
Look at his suit. The moment he finishes the sentence, there's a sudden commotion from the people on the sidewalk. A couple was standing at the street corner. The man presents a beautifully wrapped bouquet to his girlfriend who has been waiting patiently. The girl is incredibly surprised, and the onlookers cheer and gasps. Wow! Without realizing it, I also echo their sentiment. Raphael lazily takes out a pen from his pocket and pulls my hand. What are you doing? I immediately realize what's going on. He's drawing a flower on the back of my hand. You actually carry a pen with you?
I just forgot to take it out of my pocket.
The places the pen tip touches are ticklish, and the fingers that Raphael has been holding feel warm. Oh, you're giving me flowers.
Does this not count?
He's drawing a flower. Oh, that's so cute. Remember to improve your sincerity next time.
Okay, I'll leave a mark on you first. So if we get separated later, it'll be easy to identify at the lost and found.
It'd be easy to identify the lost and found. Slender petals spread out on the back of my hand, and the golden strokes shine faintly under the sun. What kind of flower is this? Having grown accustomed to Raphael's way of doing things, I let go of my hand. Compared to me, you're more likely to get lost. I should also leave a mark on you. I snatch his pen and draw a smoking fish head on the back of his hand.
Is this a pot with steam coming out of it or something? Or are you saying you want to have hot pot for lunch?
Oh my god. How can you mistake a fish head for a pot? Is my drawing really that bad?
It's round and has two handles. What else could it be if not a pot?
Hey, let's go. Don't stare at your hand while you're driving. I quickly make him look straight ahead. Damn. Can't even understand what drawing she did. The Neon Botanical Garden. 2 blocks later, we finally arrive at our destination for today, a private botanical garden that's styled like a courtyard.
There are several greenhouses in the back. The owner built it in collaboration with a charity specifically for the breeding of endangered plants and insects. Over the years, they've worked together with many famous public figures. Since then, the attention and donations they've received have increased. Also, the current state of many species has improved in terms of overall survival.
To let more people appreciate the beauty of these creatures, the owners plan to slowly open this place to the public. In addition, the reason why Raphael was able to get an invitation and be one of the first visitors is because he's one of the garden's long-term partners.
Good afternoon.
Raphael presents the invitation. With the conspicuous pattern on Raphael's hand, the staff member couldn't help but do a double take.
Sir, can you tell me what this pattern is?
Raphael lays his hand before the staff. Well, we can start with the wrong answers. It's not a pot.
Your invitation has been verified. Both of you, please come in.
He's like, I'm not answering you. Raphael turns to look at me.
Tell us the answer, or else he's gonna lose sleep tonight wondering what it is. Just saying.
Man, Raphael is like so funny. I kind of forget about that. I push Raphael. No, he won't. Because he, in like earlier relationship, Raphael, he's more bratty-ish, more what is it? Diva-ish maybe. Like the way he acts is literally like sassy, bratty-ish, like type stuff. I follow Rafayel and we walk along the stone path in the garden towards the back. Our flower-scented breeze greets us. Under the dense tree canopy, vines with different color flowers sway in the wind. This place is gorgeous. Rafayel says nothing. I turn to see him still fixated on the pattern on the back of his hand. Stop staring at the pot already.
Oh, so it really is a pot?
Of course not. You're just making my head spin whenever you open your mouth. Look at his face. Seeing my angry expression, Rafayel finally takes my hand and heads deeper into the courtyard, content. He leads me past many flower beds, the flowers themselves in full bloom, until we stop in front of a very ordinary-looking garden. My sight is filled with the sapphire flowers on the big flower beds, and their long petals gracefully unfurling. From light to dark, they present the different colors like ocean waves under the sunlight. Is that? I lift my arm. This flower looks very much like the one Rafayel drew in my hand. The flower you drew?
Yup. They actually went extinct 20 years ago. The technology of that time couldn't preserve it. We could only watch it fade away from this world.
His gaze falls as does a gently stroke of flower's petals.
Later on, a biologist came up with a solution. Using previously recorded data, they were able to reconstruct it. I don't know the details, though. They tried really hard to explain it, but it was all science mumbo-jumbo.
Yeah, that's something you say.
I did understand the most important part. Even though they reconstructed it, there are small differences between this species and the one that went extinct. So it's a unique existence in this world. A species that never existed before, you know?
Yeah, because it's like almost the exact same flower, but not fully, obviously, so it's like its own special, unique, like flower. Rafayel stops in front of the cluster of flowers and squats down. He quietly waves at me.
Come here.
I bend down for a closer look. 2 butterflies are resting on the center of the flower. Are they?
Shh. Don't disturb them.
Their nearly transparent wings flutter. In that brief moment of the wings flapping, it's as if a unique silvery gleam flows onto the petals.
Amazing, right? A painter's brush and a photographer's camera can't reproduce the awe these colors bring to people.
Considering how much space Rafayel takes up as he's squatting in the middle of the narrow path next to the flower bed, with his hands on his knees, a person can't really move around. Yet he's so immersed in focus. It's like he's witnessing another world in that shimmering light on those butterfly wings. It's one I can't see. Can eyes that have seen 300 million colors still be amazed? Rafayel smiles, his eyelashes trembling like the wings of a butterfly.
And that's why this world is wonderful.
Holding hands, we walk along the path perfumed with floral scents. Rafayel is half ahead to step of me.
It won't be just flowers. There will be a day when all life goes extinct. What will you do in the last moments of your life?
That's a tough question to be asking. I would solve as many unanswered mysteries as I can. Like how did the dinosaurs run extinct? Or what exactly is inside a black hole? And how to reassure myself in terms of being unique to a person.
Is the third question really that hard to answer?
Well, she's pretty much answering whether she's unique to, or special to Rafayel. What about you? As he's about to speak, a butterfly flutters over from who knows where and lands on Rafayel's shoulder. Rafayel, don't move! Surprisingly, Rafayel freezes and stands where he is. His eyes are filled with confusion. However, the butterfly only rests on his shoulder for a moment before quickly fluttering to the flowers. It just flew away. He rubs his neck, turning his face away to hide his expression.
Let's keep walking.
Under the interlacing tree shadows, clusters of flowers peek out, their fragrant scents permeating in the air. The soil and humidity of each flower bed varies to nurture different flowers. I can't name most of them, though. Aside from studying art, I never thought you'd be interested in these public welfare projects. It's good I learned something new about Rafayel today.
I'm more than just interested. I have the honor of being one of the sponsors for their research. So, as a token of gratitude, they're letting me name this species of flower.
You mean...
Sadly, I don't know anything when it comes to names, and recently, you've been the one to name my paintings. Why don't I just leave this mission to you?
What mission? We're naming a new species. Don't you think this is very important?
Take your time. They're not in a hurry so long as a name is submitted within 6 months. Doesn't this also count as giving flowers? I'm pretty sure I'm sincere enough this time.
I like the fact that he's still like thinking about it. Like he just noticed how we were so amazed at it. So he's like, okay, I drew a flower for you. That might count. But now we're at the actual garden, which has all these flowers. That technically counts too, right? What did you just say? In the corner of the courtyard hangs a swing, and across from it are white orchids that occasionally attract butterflies to their petals. I sit down on the swing, while Rafayel holds the swing rope entwined with the flower-covered vine.
I said...
His gaze shifts to me, but whatever he about to say dissipates, as if my eyes also hold some stunningly unique colors.
I said, you should really think about the name for that flower. Since once it has a name, it will belong to you. All forms of life have the same beginning, but their names make them special. You see, a name is the most effective spell in the world. When you call someone's name, in that moment, an invisible bond is formed.
You know, hearing about like that now, I don't think I really thought of it back then, but like saying like a name is special because there's gonna be a lot of people that probably have the same name as you, but it's still special to you because of you as a person. Like you yourself could be special to, you know, your family, to whoever you're like together with, like a relationship wise, to your kids if you have kids, you know, like naming someone or having this name, it could be special to anybody, even if it could technically be the same as any other person in the world. So it's like quite a different way of like having a cool little bond with someone and all that. I also heard a name can be a cage. Once it's spoken, the door closes. I did not read that whole thing. And the person is trapped. Oh, look the way he's staring. So if the flower belongs to me, will you also be mine when I call your name?
You should try it yourself, you know.
Oh, the way they did it this way. Yeah, look at the mark. Damn, they just faded to white. Like, oh man, they should have shown more of like the kiss together. But look at the mark. It feels like something's different.
Yeah, something has changed.
Oh, look how happy he looks. He's so sweet.
Nope, not here. Not here. Do you know what this means?
The bond that he has.
I'm allowing myself to be trapped.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, in the last moments of my life, I'd immediately seek you out to find all the answers I need.
Oh, this is so pretty. In the last moment of my life, I would just rather be with you. Like, I'm thinking of you. Raphael leans in for a kiss. The trembling in my chest is subtle, urgent and unbearable. It almost feels like this illusion will cease. My heart is in a nest from millions of butterflies that flutter to and fro. It dashes around, almost bursting out of my chest. But I don't know the questions he wants the answers to. If it's about the universe mysteries, the origin of all things, or life and death, how can I answer him before my heartbeat completely stops? Is just one kiss enough? My breath is stuck into my dry throat, and even the butterflies in my peripheral vision are taking flight. This kiss is like the moment a butterfly lands on a single petal. As the sun sets, 2 elongated shadows are cast on the garden's stone path. Are you saying the moment I call your name our bond will take effect? But I've called your name so many times already. Why is today different?
A lemurian bond shouldn't be taken lightly.
Oh, I get it.
Get what?
Should I do it in the same way as before? I carefully ask.
You didn't understand anything. You're just a silly girl with a bad memory.
Silly girl. So as long as I call your name, you'll do whatever I say, right?
I told you that's not how it works.
Since he's not cooperating, I decided to do an experiment and find out the answer. I can't walk anymore, Raphael. Carry me.
Oh.
When he bends down, that beautiful mark appears again. It glows faintly from where his collar is partially open, and the light seeping through the leaves shines down on it.
Get on.
They don't move, instead opting to pinch his cheek when he leans in. Raphael, you're a silly little kitty cat.
Nice joke. How could I possibly be a... meow?
We gotta hear that again.
Nice joke. How could I possibly be a... meow?
Yeah. Names really are useful. I told my head and smile at him, but my gaze unwillingly rests on his lips.
What?
It's nothing. As if my thoughts are being read, I continue to push Rafayel as we walk, pretending nothing has happened. There are countless colors in this world. Many of them don't have names, and colors with no names tend to be forgotten. The same can be said about people. If you don't know their names, they can also be forgotten. Soft petal glides past my fingertips. I lift my head to look into his eyes, hoping to find an answer. Have I ever forgotten you?
Oh.
Oh my god, take this out. Oh my god. Wait, just hearing her say it. Oh my god, because this was like knowing, like before, like the story between them. Because we didn't get context of how badly she forgot him, I feel like. Oh, I feel so bad about that line now. Oh, I'm sorry, Raphael. As the words fall, Raphael suddenly stops in his tracks for some reason. Yeah, she didn't know. Oh my god, I forgot about that. She didn't know at this point that she knew him back then. The moment our gazes meet, a fleeting look of surprise flashes in his eyes. After a long while, he slowly smiles. He reaches out, forcefully tapping my forehead.
Who knows?
Oh, he doesn't want to say it. Oh, damn. Looking at it now, when I didn't know anything about Raphael back then. But knowing, like, more from the main story and, you know, obviously from his third myth. I don't have a second myth, sadly. But knowing that we've forgotten him throughout, like, this entire time. The fact of her saying this, because she doesn't know, like, out of context in a way. And him feeling this way. Oh my god, that kind of hurts.
When these butterflies pass by the flowers, they won't remember their names either. You asked a lot of questions today. It's like you opened Deep Philosophical Musings Volume 1.
Before I could even inquire further, Raphael lets out a long, exaggerated sigh and turns his back to me.
But while your question got an answer, mine hasn't.
Raphael shakes his hand, then looks at the pattern on the back of it.
What is this thing?
Take a guess.
I'm asking because I can't figure it out.
Alright, I'll tell you when you can't sleep tonight. You'll be thinking about it. Look at his little pouty. Oh my fucking god. Pretending to be angry, Raphael walks ahead of me. I have no choice but to quicken my pace to catch up. It's a strange fishy, you dummy. Damn. Oh, this ends so kind of cute and funny. Damn, I didn't realize how out of context this story ends up taking. because she didn't know nothing about his bond with the mark that he has. Like, she knew about him being a lemurian, but like not to the extent like it's just she know like really now like the main story and all that, because this is like like literally before everything. Damn, that kind of like that shit just hit me like a truck. Just that line saying, "Have I ever forgotten you?" And that he immediately was just like kind of like shocked of her even asking that. And then instead of being like, "You have," he says, "Who knows?" Because he doesn't outright just tell her like the situation, because he still hasn't told her everything. Damn, that kind of hit hard. I felt bad because I'm like, yeah, she really did, because like they talked about how they met when she was a kid, but then she got sick or whatever, or something happened to her, and then she ended up forgetting like her memories of ever meeting him. And then there was the promise of her saying, "I'll be back for you," and then she never came back. And that's why he kind of holds like a small mini grudge against her, because he was like, "You didn't come back for me. You promised you'd be there for like with me," and then that didn't happen. So that's why he starts kind of acting all bratty-ish in the beginning. But I felt bad and stuff. He seen like the way that she said that, and then his response was just like kind of dismissive, like, "I don't want to say anything on it," because he obviously knows, but he decided not to say anything. That was, kind of hurt a little bit. Also, revisiting this Kindle, I'm surprised how kind of short and bad. I don't know why it's bad. It's not bad. It's just the fact that it feels really short. I felt like there could have been way more to his Kindle than they showed, especially since they cut off to white like twice. And I thought it would have been better to show off the kiss more. Like, they could have like pan out to seeing her and him in the swing kissing more so, and seeing those like whole garden around them. They didn't do that. They just showed off a butterfly flying away, and that's kind of it. I felt like his Kindle was severely underwhelming. Like, it's such a pretty like area that they're in, and like I said, him showing off his like mark to her for the first time, kinda. But I feel like they didn't like explore that much on it. So I don't know if it's just me that thinks the Kindle was underwhelming, but I felt like there was a lot more they could have done, especially since, like I said, their kissing scene, which is like, this was the first kiss scene for each guy for the OG3, and his is really oddly, one is cut off quite a lot, and two, very underwhelmingly sad. I don't know. It could be just me. You guys can let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of his Kindle, if you think the same way as me. It just felt really like it's not as much as the other two. So I'm like, that's interesting, like why it was like that. Like I said, it's a beautiful area that I feel like they could have explored more of showing, but I guess because since these were earlier cards, and I guess they were all shorter Kindles, they didn't bother to do much. But I don't know, I felt like they could have done more. Overall, this was just a simple cute time, talking about colors all over together, and talking about names as well, which, like I said, a name is typically special to you because that's your name. But it wouldn't be special to everybody, because you're not going to know everybody in the world. It will only be special to the people you are close to, like I said, like your family, like a husband, wife, kids, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like anybody that you personally know, that name would be special to you, because they're going to be like, "Oh, I know this person, and I think of them as this, yada yada." So I can understand what he means. Like, having a name and a bond together is way different, because it's just you and the person you're talking to, compared to just being like, "Oh, it's just anybody in the world." But yeah, this is when he openly willingly was like, "Oh, I'm starting my bond, the lemurian bond with you," even though he already had it with her. But he's more open about it here, to a certain extent, not the whole way, but he is more open about it here, which is like, oh, like I said, this was her first time even seeing it, because now in most of these cards now you always see that mark. So seeing it, like, oh, it's like she didn't know anything really about it, and she's like, why is it like this? And she's over here thinking, oh, you just respond to anything, like any of my commands, even though she really doesn't, because it doesn't work like that. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. Yeah, you can say, seeing him being like a slightly like sassy, brattier side of him, because he's like this a lot more in the earlier cards, I think is really funny and interesting. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but it seemed like his his voice sounded really off-putting in the beginning of the card. I don't know if that's just me, but it just sounded really weirdly different. But maybe it's because I don't watch Rafayel cards that often, or hear his voice maybe that often. So maybe it could just me, or it's just the fact that it's just an earlier card. I don't know. Well, like I said, this was a simple card. Going to a garden together, talking about the special bond between them two, I think it really focused on that essentially, because yeah, they could talk about naming a flower, but like it's the fact that they're having a special bond together with said flower, or with, you know, being at the garden with just each other, and it's just like, oh, it's really cute and sweet. Like he's really opening up with his lemurian bond with her. And like I said, it kind of hit when she kind of just simply said, "Ah, did I ever forget you?" Because she does forget, Sally, with her, you know, ether core stuff. And he just decided not to say anything, which, you know, they kind of left it, you know, and a cute, sweet note being like, you know, him joking around, being like, "What is this freaking like drawing you did still in my hand?" Because I think she is slightly notorious for being not a great drawer in like Raphael's thing. So I don't know, I thought this was really cute and so simple, nice. Like I said, Kindle was slightly underwhelming for me, but overall, just a simple, nice story. You know, it pretty much exploring their bond together. But yeah, that is it for Raphael's Floral Promise. What do you guys think of his story, his Kindle, and everything between for it? Like I said, it was really nice. Like I said, the OG3, the last multi-banner was very, very special. And I feel like it was all cards were pretty much impactful to their relationships for each guy. So I thought this was really great because it goes forward. You know, he's more open up with his situation, with, you know, his lemurian stuff and all that. So I think this was great. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video and my reaction to his card. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.